Hello, my name is Bluebear and today I'm going to show you how to clean a mechanical keyboard. I just got this keyboard here yesterday. It's a Sun Type 5 and it arrived in a fairly dirty condition. And I want to clean it, especially the keycaps. And usually if you have a normal new keyboard, you don't need to do this that often, but this one's fairly old and very used, I'd say. So yeah. First off, what you're gonna need. I would recommend some kind of gloves to not touch the dirt. It's just, yeah, more hygienic. A keycap puller, obviously. You can get these from many online stores. This one's from WSD Keyboards. Faker has some, Tash Keys, I'm not sure. I would recommend these wire key pullers, because if you put them on the side of your caps and you put them down, they don't scratch, so you don't damage your keycaps at all, which can happen with these plastic ring keycap pullers. Alright, next off, some dental tablets, brand doesn't matter, and some kind of cup to put the keycaps in. I've done this already with most of them. And some kind of cleaning tissue. This is usually all you need. Maybe a screwdriver or something similar for the stabilizers if you have cherry stabilizers, which are a bit harder to remove than these coaster style stabilizers. Alright, so first off, I'm going to put on the gloves, and I want to show you how to pull a keycap. This seems to be pretty straightforward, but still there's some important parts you shouldn't forget. So this is a plate mounted keyboard, which makes it easier to pull the keycaps, because you can be a bit more rough with it. So you're just gonna put the keycap puller on the keycap and pull it up. Just don't put it to the side, don't pull it to this side, don't pull it to that side, just pull it up. And this one's fairly easy. It depends on caps and switch. For example, the clear switch is a bit tighter. And when the keycap doesn't come off that easily, you need to wiggle a bit, and then they come off from themselves. I'm gonna try that again because that was pretty unimpressive. Yeah. So it's pretty straightforward. And oh, let's do something else. If you have one of those wire keycap pullers, you can also do this. Just 1, 2, and you have 2. It can hold up to 3, I think, but I usually just do 2 at once. Now, if you have a PCB mounted keyboard, there's something else you should look out for. I have my KVD Pure here. Oops, KVD Pure here. It's a PCB mounted keyboard, and PCB mounted means that this plate right here is not there. So what can happen is that the keycap puller actually grabs under the key switch, and if you pull on that, you can rip it out of your keyboard, which is obviously pretty bad. So you might want to be a bit more careful with those, and just right, it's snapped, so I can pull now. Just don't pull any push it any more down, because then this will happen. Now I still have a grip, you know, I still feel something, but if I would pull now, I wouldn't pull off the keycap. I would pull off the switch. See, this one's a bit tighter. There you go. So yeah, there's that. Now to the stabilizers. I just kept them on. English is hard. So I'm gonna pull these with my fingers because I have a bit more feeling with how much force I'm applying. And see, these come loose fairly easy. These are coaster star stabilizers, which you can see here. I'll get the camera if that's as visible here. See, these have these inserts here. And you should be able to just push them out. Oh no, these are coaster style-ish, but these are not coaster stabilizers. That's fairly interesting. Alright, that's cool. Yeah. I can also do this. Alright, yeah, that works too. Oh, this is pretty interesting here. So, non-standard stabilizers. Fair enough. So, with cherry stabilizers, you have to be more careful, because show that. Should clean these as well. We'll do that later. For a second. So which key are we gonna take? I'm gonna take not the backspace because I know that stabilizer is broken. Happens. So what you wanna do is pull the keycaps around it first. I'm going to show you what I meant with pulling the switch. Alright, there you see the switches. If I pull, like normally I pull like this with the keycap, but now keycap puller is actually under the switch, which is bad, so be careful about that. So now you can't see this that good, but here's the stabilizer, like the main parts, and be sure to push those down with a screwdriver or something else if you pull the keycap up, because I think that helps a lot. If you pull those out, they're usually broken, you need to replace them, which is not that hard, but you know, you don't have to do that. So, just be careful. Alright. I'm just gonna pull these other stabilized keys. Oh. Alright, this is new. I have never seen this. That's cool. So, these are not how you move. Just good. Alright, there you go. Now, I'll show you how such a nice keyboard can get so fucking dirty. Let me just, I don't want to touch the camera with dirty hand, with the dirty gloves. Zoom in. Yum. So yeah, this is common. Can't see it there very well. Yeah, it's not showing up too well. But it is dirty. It is dirty. Alright. So, what we're gonna do next is just put all the caps in here. I'm gonna wash my fingers after this, so yeah. And I'm just gonna put 2 or 3 of those, I think 3, because this one's very dirty, in here. And then I'm just gonna pour warm water over it. Now, if you look at the back side, it usually says how long you should put it in. This one's 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do it like 5 minutes. A bit longer doesn't really hurt. I have never seen any damage from dental tablets, so as long as you don't put them in for like 20 minutes, should be good. Alright. Keycap soup. You actually want to stir this a few times. But yeah. Oh, and make sure that everything is covered. I'm gonna fix this in a second. So I've taken the caps out of the denture tablet solution. I've poured some clean water a few times over them to clean off any residue. And I've wiped each cap on the surface, or around the surface once. And they're perfectly clean now. For example, let's take this one. I know Miriam will like this. Miriam. Perfectly clean. And this is just, yeah, denture tablet and 1 wipe. That's it. One cap didn't really get clean. This one, the Alt key. There's some, yeah, here's some brown stuff, which I can't get off. So I think it's some nicotine, or like from a cigarette something, or maybe slightly burnt. I have no idea. It doesn't matter too much because it's like in the corner, and you will not see this when you use this normally. So yeah, that's cool. I've also taken the vacuum cleaner and gone over this a few times. However, it's sticky, so I'm gonna clean this with you know, those ear tips. I don't know how they're called. And after that, I'm gonna wipe it with this tissue. Alright, see you in a bit. Now that I've done that, here's the result. Can you see that? Alright, yeah, dirty as hell. I'm gonna try something different. I've never tried this before, but I think it should work. I'm gonna take one of those tips and put just tissue around it and clean like this. You can put something else under that too. I'm just thinking this should work. Just make sure it doesn't get too wet, because yeah, we all know water and keyboards doesn't mix very well. Yeah. Oh wow, this works good. After doing this, will be nice and clean on at least a plate, and then we can focus on the case. This one might be yellowed, I'm not too sure. If your case is yellowed, you can always use retro bright. Just Google it. There's a lot of pages about it. It's basically bleaching the case to the original color. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that with this one, I don't think. I think it's mostly dirt, at least I hope it is, because retro bright can be difficult. Ooh, did that get too wet? No, it didn't. Okay, great. Alright, so here we go. That's the result. Got quite a bit of dirt out of there. An easier way probably would have been to disassemble it and clean the case separately and clean the plate in one wipe. But yeah, this works. This works actually very well. I'll show you this. Whoops. A lot better. So yeah. Next up, I'm just gonna wipe the case with these tissues. And see how good they work and how much yellowing there actually is. And yeah, there is some yellowing. It's not very even yellowing also. So I might want to retro bright this, I'm not too sure yet. I'm not wearing my gloves, but you know, at this point the major dirt is gone. It's mainly the case now. I've got to be careful here with the switches that I don't get them wet. Oh, and if you do this, of course, clean the underside as well. I mean, if you're at it, why not do it, right? Even though nobody will see it, it's just, yeah, if you do it properly. Yeah. This is nothing unusual. It's an old keyboard. So expect something like that. If you can't handle this, don't do it. So I guess to clean the whole keyboard you need like an hour or two, maybe 3. It really depends on if you really want to like clean every last corner, make it perfectly clean and hygienic. If you want to retro bright it, you of course need more time. I personally have never retro brighted something, but I will have to do that someday. And I'll probably make a video about that as well, see how it goes. If I fail, I'll not do a video. Yeah, so I don't think you can see this on the camera, but here's a yellow stripe, here's a yellow stripe, here's a yellow stripe, and here's one. So my guess is that there used to be some stickers or something on top of the keyboard, which are gone now. And these so this is why the yellowing is so uneven. If you clean the case, also remember to clean the cable. It's pretty important. So it's the next day and the keycaps have dried. I've cleaned the cable, I've completely cleaned the case, and now it's time to put back the keycaps. I'm just gonna start with the big ones, with the stabilized ones. This spacebar will be terrible to do, but I'll try. So as you can see, I'm just putting these like this, and then just pop back on the switch. Fair enough. It's easy enough, and yeah, it's quite simple. I just a few minutes ago I received my first coaster stabilizer board. Like, this one is coaster style-ish, but it's not a real coaster stabilizer like you would have on a Philco, for example. And I just received a Leopold. Where did I leave these stabilizer inserts? I just received a Leopold keyboard in the mail, which uses proper coaster stabilizers, and I'm gonna look how they work, because I've actually never used one before. Alright, where did I put these stabilizer inserts? I'm a confused person. Alright, I'll be right back. So I'm back. I found the keycap, the stabilizer inserts. Yeah. Please don't lose stuff like that, because that would be terrible. I'll do it right now. Yeah. So I'm just going to use that. And we're done. As you can see, I had some photos of this keyboard on my phone. I also have some photos on this camera, but I obviously couldn't look at the camera right now, so I just took my phone and looked online if I found a photo, and I did. So everything's assembled now, it's clean, and it's ready to go. Now, unfortunately, this keyboard was reported as broken by the seller, and it also has a... It's not PS2 or AT, so I gotta get an adapter, but it's pretty cool. Of course it's black, so it's fairly heavy, but I like it. I might open this up and put some different springs in, but yeah. Here we go. I hope you found this video somewhat entertaining and helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'm gonna do another video showing how to pull different stabilizers, and to maybe a bit more detailed video on how to pull keycaps from various types of keyboards. And I'm gonna link that on the screen with one of those fancy video annotations. And yeah, thank you.